You know that moment when you're walking through your garden and suddenly you hear a creak? Um, and then silence. It's like the earth itself is holding its breath. But wait, what if the gate isn't just old? It's got a secret. A secret that's been keeping watch for decades, with a certain gruff charm. You might think he's just a decoration, but this gnome isn't here for the aesthetics. He's here to guard the gate, and he takes his job very seriously. He's not just keeping watch, he's keeping the garden safe from intruders, even if those intruders are just squirrels, kids, or the occasional wandering cat. So next time you walk through your garden, listen closely. You might just hear a crumble, a groan, and then silence. But you'll know the gate's got a guardian. So what exactly are we talking about? Let me paint you a picture. Picture a garden. Not just any garden, but one with a touch of magic. Where gnomes aren't just decorations, they're actual tiny pointy-eared guardians. These aren't just garden gnomes. They're gate guardians, standing guard over the threshold between the ordinary world and the whimsical one. They're the keepers of the gravelly paths and the whispering hedges. These guardians are not just part of the landscape. They're part of the story. A story where every pebble, every plant, and every gnome has a role to play in the garden's quiet magic. So, if you ever find yourself in a garden where the gnomes seem to know your name, or where the gravel feels like it's humming with secrets, you're probably in the presence of a gate guardian. In short, we're talking about garden gnomes, who are more than just decoration. They are the quiet, gravelly sentinels of the garden's heart. You know that feeling when you're walking through your garden and suddenly you're not alone? That's the gravelly garden gate guardians, the tiny, stone-faced sentinels who've seen it all. They're like the ghosts of your garden, quietly keeping watch. They're not just decorative. They're storytellers in stone. Each one has a little history, a little personality, and a little bit of magic. You can almost hear them whispering secrets to the wind. Secretly, you care because they make your garden feel like a place of wonder. They give your space character, depth, and a little bit of enchantment. They're the kind of charm that makes you smile without even realizing it. And let's be honest, every garden needs a little bit of mystery. These gnomes are the perfect blend of whimsy and nostalgia. They're like little time capsules, frozen in the moment you chose to make your garden a little more magical. So, imagine a garden with tiny people, and they have a really big gate. That gate is made of gravel, and it's like a superhero shield. The gnomes use it to protect their garden from the bad guys, like squirrels and raccoons. The gate is heavy, but the gnomes have a secret weapon. It's not just gravel. It's gravel with magic. They mixed it with a little bit of moonlight and a dash of glitter, so it sparkles when the sun hits it. The gate is so strong, even the wind can't budge it. But the gnomes aren't just tough. They're clever. They've got a little trapdoor hidden in the gate that makes the raccoons go woo and run away. The gnomes also use the gate to send messages. They write notes on the gravel with a special marker that only the gnomes can see. It's like a secret code for garden friends. So, the gravelly garden gate is more than just a door. It's a magical shield, a secret message board, and a clever way to keep the garden safe. And honestly, it's kinda adorable. So, first things first. Let's get the setup just right. We start with a humble garden gate, slightly crooked, as if it's been through a little adventure. A few garden gnomes, all with different little quirks, stand sentinel in their tiny mossy garden. The gate is held together by a few rusty hinges, and it's slightly ajar, like it's been left this way for a while. It's not quite open, not quite closed. Perfect for a little mystery. The gnomes, though tiny, are ready for action. They wear tiny little hats, and some even have tiny little tools in their hands, like tiny shovels and tiny hammers. They're not just gardeners, they're gatekeepers. And just beyond the gate, the garden begins. Wild and untamed, but with a kind of gentle chaos that makes it feel like a place where magic might just live. So that's the setup. The gate, the gnomes, the gravel path, and the wild garden. Everything is in place for the next part of the story to unfold. So the gate opens by way of a clever little lever attached to the gnome's base. You pull it down, and it's like a tiny secret door to a hidden world. The lever's made of worn wood, with a tiny rusted hinge and a little metal pin sticking out like a tooth. Once you pull the lever, a hidden gear system inside the gnome's belly clicks into motion. It's a series of tiny interlocking parts, like a tiny clockwork universe, all powered by the weight of the gate itself. The gears push against a rod connected to the gate, which then swings open with a soft, satisfying creak. It's like a tiny orchestra playing a lullaby for the garden. The gate opens just enough to let in the morning sun, and the gnome's eyes catch the light, sparkling like tiny stars in a twilight sky. It's a moment of quiet triumph, and the gnome is proud of its work. And that's how the gate works. A tiny dance of gears, a clever lever, and a little gnome who's always ready to guard the garden with a smile and a creak. So, the gate's not just a gate. It's a clever trap for the curious and the clumsy. Once the gnome opens it, the mechanism inside whirs to life, and the gate slowly tilts down like a secret door. But here's the twist. The gate doesn't stay open. It's designed to close again after a few seconds, making the gnome feel like a true gatekeeper. Always in control, never trapped. It's like a little game of trust and trickery, where the gnome is both the player and the puzzle. And the garden? It's just watching, smiling, and waiting for the next player to arrive. The clever twist isn't just in the mechanics. It's in the way the gnome feels like it's part of the garden, not just a decoration. It's a guardian with a sense of humor and a hint of mischief. So, the gate isn't just a gate. It's a story, a challenge, a little bit of magic. And the gnome? It's just getting started. Did you know that garden gnomes aren't just whimsy? They've got science in their little clay boots. Their pebbled paths are like tiny geology labs, where every grain of gravel tells a story. The way they're positioned, like sentinels at the gate, isn't just for show. It's all about balance, like a tiny physics experiment, where gravity and charm are in perfect harmony. Even their hats are engineered. Wide brims to shield from the sun, tiny flowers to attract pollinators, and a built-in sunshade for the whole garden. And don't forget their little tools, spades, hoes, and shovels, each one a masterpiece of miniature engineering, designed for the perfect amount of digging and tending. So next time you see a garden gnome, remember, they're not just decoration. They're a whole world of science, charm, and quiet gardening magic. If garden gnomes were architects, they'd design gates that look like they were built by a toddler with a pickaxe and a dream. These gates are like the result of a sleep-deprived squirrel trying to build a fortress out of acorns and regret. The gate's job is to be a barrier, but it's clearly more like a welcome mat for chaos and wildflowers. In the end, it's not about protection. It's about character. A gate that's slightly broken, slightly proud, and mostly just trying to look intimidating. Before you go, if you enjoyed this, please give it a like and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. And tell us in the comments what you'd like us to make next. We read every single one. Thank you so much for watching. Comment this emoji if you made it to the end.